There are many different types of test kits on the market today. These test kits all come with instructions which tell you how to test your pool water. Each test kit also comes with caps for the cylinders. Be sure to use these caps to make sure you get a true reading of your pool water. Always think safety first when handling any pool chemicals. Be sure to wear rubber gloves and safety glasses. Never put your chlorine tablets directly onto the pool surface. It will cause staining. Be sure to use your chlorine floater. If your chlorine reading drops below 1.5 parts per million and there is no visible signs of algae in your pool, you should superchlorinate your pool. You do this by adding 1 gallon of liquid chlorine, also known as sodium hypochlorite, or 1 pound of granular chlorine, also known as calcium hypochlorite, per 5,000 gallons of water. Some manufacturers have different recommendations, so be sure to read the label and follow the manufacturer's suggestion when adding any chemicals. If you do have algae in your pool, take a water sample to your local pool supply store for them to test the water and recommend an algicide for you to use. The second test is the test for total alkalinity, which consists of carbonates, bicarbonates, and hydroxides. The total alkalinity acts as a buffer to keep the pH in a proper range. In a plaster or PebbleTech pool, you will want the total alkalinity reading to be between 80 and 120 parts per million. If you have a high alkalinity reading, turn your pump off, add 1/4 gallon of muriatic acid in one spot in the deepest part of the pool. Let the pool sit for 10 minutes, then turn the pool on and let it circulate for at least 4 hours. Do this daily till your alkalinity is at the correct level. If you have a low alkalinity reading, add 1 pound of baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate, per 10,000 gallons of water to raise your pH 10 parts per million. For example, if you have an alkalinity reading of 50 parts per million in a plaster pool, you will add 3 pounds of baking soda per 10,000 gallons of water to bring your total alkalinity up to 80 parts per million. The third test is balancing your pH, which is measuring the acidity and alkalinity of the water. In a plaster or PebbleTech pool, the pH should be between 7.2 and 7.6. If you have a high pH and your alkalinity is okay, with the pool running, add 1/4 gallon of muriatic acid by pouring around the pool. Do this daily till the pH is at the correct level. Add the acid away from any metal fixtures. And be sure not to splash the acid on yourself or on the pool deck. If you do get acid on your skin, rinse thoroughly for 15 minutes and contact your physician. If you have a low pH, add 1 pound of soda ash, also known as sodium carbonate, per 10,000 gallons of water. For example, in a plaster pool, if your pH is 7.0, you will add 4 pounds of soda ash per 10,000 gallons of water with the pool running. This should raise your pH to 7.4. Be sure to follow manufacturer's recommendation for the product you are using. On a monthly basis, you should also have your water tested for total hardness and total dissolved solids. With the water sample, most pool supply stores will provide this service for you. Never add more than 1 chemical at a time to your pool. If you need to add more than 1 chemical, wait at least 3 hours to add the second chemical. Never mix 2 chemicals together. You can create deadly gases. Anytime you add chemicals to your pool, wait at least 24 hours to swim. Be sure to store your chemicals out of direct sunlight and out of the reach of children. Do not store acid and chlorine next to each other, and do not store liquid chemicals above dry chemicals.